Hi, I'm Sydney, and today I'm going to be talking about whatever happened to Baby Jane. This 1962 classic was directed by Robert Aldridge.
But Robert Aldridge has considerable experience in such matters.
And was starring Joan Crawford and Bette Davis. This film centers around a washed-up former child vaudeville star, Jane Hudson, and her crippled sister Blanche, who became an adult movie star after her sister's success.
Still a pretty good picture.
Before she was crippled from a car accident.
But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair.
Tensions rise as the delusional Jane holds her sister Blanche captive within their Hollywood home as Jane attempts to revive the act she performed as a child. This film is haunting in many ways. The imagery is just very striking. I think the choice to have the film in black and white really enhances a lot of the contrasting images in this film, particularly when it comes to the makeup Bette Davis did for her character, Jane Hudson. It's very unforgettable, to say the least. It's the bold, contrasting choices are, dare I say, in the same clown-like threshold as the Terrifier, as far as like imagery sticking in your brain of just this face. I will admit that there are some moments within this film that are very frustrating, that kind of fall into the line of a lot of old horror film tropes of characters making really poor decisions, where you're just, my boyfriend and I were literally yelling at the television, like, no, yell louder, or like, just wanting the characters to make wise choices or that seem obvious to us. But nevertheless, the story is still very captivating and entertaining. This film has a lot of irony in casting two women in real life who are kind of out of their prime of their acting careers, and which kind of has to also do with ageism within the Hollywood industry, or just within the workplace in general, particularly with women, but also the fact that the characters in the film are females out of their prime creates a lot of blending of reality within fiction, not to mention the notorious feud between Bette Davis and Joan Crawford in real life, which is depicted in Ryan Murphy's Feud, which I haven't seen yet, but after watching Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, I'm very curious and to see how Jessica Lange and Susan Sarandon portray them in real life. What makes kind of this aspect even amplified is the fact that they use old film footage of Bette Davis and Joan Crawford within the film as movie references for their characters. So it's really just like interesting to watch, as far as it's understandable why audiences maybe had a hard time separating these actresses from the characters they were playing because of those similarities. This film, out of all the glamorous Hollywood golden era movies that they had done, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane definitely became their most memorable career-defining roles. While this film is defined as a horror thriller by Rotten Tomatoes, that categorization is often up to debate by many. It's definitely suspenseful, it's thrilling, it's entertaining, some of the subject matter is horrific, but whether it's a horror, you'll just have to kind of watch it for yourself to decide. I mean, it's even like darkly funny at times. Sometimes it reads as like a campy dark comedy.
But you are, Blanche. You are in that chair.
Whatever its genre, whatever you want to label it, it has definitely made a lasting impression in Hollywood and in pop culture since 1962. Before I had even seen the movie just now, I had a very clear image of what Jane and Blanche looked like in my head due to years of growing up and seeing pop culture references of their faces, the imagery, some of the lines even from the movie are just ingrained into pop culture.
But you are, Blanche. You are in the shackles.
It's also really easy to see its influence on other films other than just referential, like in movies like Misery.
He didn't get out of the cock-a-doodle car!
Like, for real, if you look at the list on IMDb of references made, it's like it goes on forever and ever. So many references, and I know that those will not stop. Like, even this year referenced. I think if you are a lover of horror, even though that classification's up for debate, I think you will really enjoy this film. It's a classic for a reason, and it's just like a fun, suspenseful good time. Thanks for watching this video. If you made it this far and you enjoyed what you watched, feel free to hit the subscribe button. If you didn't like the video, I'd also appreciate feedback. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.